I recently lost an absolutely disgusting amount of money on NFTs, and I'm not making this video for pity or for sympathy, but maybe you guys can learn something from me. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to NFT Kings. It's Matt, and in today's video, I'll be going over perhaps my biggest mistake in NFTs ever. So it all starts really with the past month or so, and what essentially has gone down is Solana NFTs have massively picked up steam. If you guys don't know what Solana NFTs are, they're essentially the latest and greatest NFT market out there. They've essentially replaced Ethereum in a sense by completely killing the idea of fees. Fees are almost non-existent. Solana itself is really easy to actually create NFTs on. There's a new mint going on every single day, and I was actually lucky enough to sort of get into this early, and that's why I made this channel, NFT Kings. And don't get me wrong, I've had some wins on NFTs in the past, but this was one win I was really counting on, and unfortunately, it completely fell through. And let me tell you guys why. So essentially what we're looking at here is Piggy Soul Gang, and I talked about this in a previous video for you guys, but based off of a really weird legal circumstance, their entire sort of game plan was essentially shut down. So I bought Piggy Soul Gang back a long time ago, not on Alpha Art. Alpha Art here, you guys can see, is one of the newer exchanges out there, and these guys actually created it. These Piggy Soul Gang guys are actually the people who created Alpha Art. But long before Alpha Art was even a thing, long before this happened, I got Piggy Soul Gang on another platform, and that platform would of course be Digital Eyes. And you guys can see Digital Eyes here is the first Solana NFT marketplace, at least the first major one that I knew about. So when we go back about a month or two, what happened was I was just browsing on here, saw Piggy Soul Gang show up here, and at the time, when I had found them on here, this was, again, probably a month and a half ago at this point, when I first saw them on here, what I had noticed was, hey, they're going for like 1.9. That's really cheap. What if they explode one day? So I snagged a pig for 1.9. Then fast forward a little bit, they get listed on SOLANA, and I buy one for 2.6. Following me, so I bought two pigs with a total investment maybe of around 4 or 5 SOL. Not an awful lot. It's a big investment, but it's not, anything overly crazy, right? So I make those investments, and then I hear the news that, oh my goodness, Piggy Soul Gang is actually making their own marketplace. They're actually going out and creating Alpha Art, and we hear about this, and Alpha Art launches, and everything goes amazingly. What I didn't realize was that after Alpha Art is released and created, Piggy Soul Gang goes on to talk about royalties. NFT royalties, and this is something that so many people wanted me on this channel to talk about, and hopefully this video gives you guys a good explanation of why they don't work, at least why they don't work right now. But before I go any further, guys, if you guys haven't already, everybody, check out Webull, top of the link down below in the description. If you guys want to get started trading on stocks and crypto, it is so easy to do. All you guys gotta do is click my link if you guys want to support me and make yourself an easy 15, 20-ish bucks in free stock. So top of the link down below in the description. If you guys make a Webull account on your own, you won't get the free stocks. So again, there's no harm in it. If you guys want to get some free stocks, and of course, give me some free stock as well. If you guys feel bad for what I'm going through here with these pigs, top of the link down below in the description, guys. So essentially, like I was saying, what it comes down to is the fact that Piggy Soul Gang announced they had a royalty plan in place, and that royalty plan did not pan out. And you guys can see that actually on their Twitter, they have come out here and said, we are aware it takes time to earn trust, and that's why we will keep building for the community. This is a couple of days ago. And unfortunately, it seems to be a little too late, because what essentially happened here is, you guys can see this is an article here from decrypt.co, which I haven't ever heard of before, but it was a pretty good article, but it's formatted a little funky on my screen here, but essentially I'll just summarize it for you guys. What the real idea here is, it's saying that basically whenever you have any kind of passive income, they are, sort of regulated as securities. So they have this sort of risk that the SEC, the Securities and Exchanges Commission in the United States, will view them as, providing this kind of passive income as a security. And if you don't know what a security means, don't worry, I didn't particularly know the exact definition either. So a security, essentially, which you guys can see here on screen, are fungible and tradable financial instruments instruments used to create capital in public and private markets. So what a security is, and again, according to the SEC, the term security means any note, stock, treasury stock, future, security-based swap, bond, or anything else really, that, could give you some kind of like reward, some kind of passive income from it, which, essentially makes it not just an asset, it makes it fungible. Now, that sounds a little contradictory because we all know that NFTs are non-fungible tokens. So a non-fungible token, really based off the meaning non-fungible, means it is unique and can't be replaced with something else. A lot of technical, mumbo-jumbo from the SEC, but essentially what went down here was that these NFTs on marketplaces like Alpha Art now, they pulled all the other NFTs that were giving royalties. FTX, which made their own NFT marketplace, and I'm sure Coinbase, once they have their own marketplace, none of these marketplaces are going to support any kind of royalty distribution back to their holders. And this is just awful. This is just awful because honestly, guys, for a little while, these pigs were going for 20 plus on the floor. And I sat here and I held like an idiot. Don't do that. Don't do that. And that's not financial advice, but, holding until the ground, especially when you have more than one of something. If you see something surge and you have more than one of it, guys, just sell one of them. If I would have sold one of them, I'd be very happy right now. Would have easily made, my entire NFT investment back completely. I would have been up on NFTs, and now I'm sitting here, just basking in the red at the moment, at a technical loss because, 1.9 plus 2.6, with a floor of basically 2. Yeah, it's pretty bad. And you guys can see this floor is densely populated. It looks as if there will be no resurgence in sight. And look, this is no hate towards Piggy Soul Gang on Twitter. This is no hate towards them in general. I genuinely believe that these guys had good intentions and just wanted to help their community. But unfortunately, the idea of royalties is what triggered a lot of this price acceleration. Before the royalties, it was around like 12 or 13, I think, of a floor. So the floor wasn't bad. It's just the fact that this royalty announcement, sort of propelled it all the way up to 20. And then the news that the royalties wouldn't be happening was so bad, it sent it almost down to where it was before marketplace, before royalty. So really, do I believe these are undervalued? And again, I'm trying not to be biased here because I own them, but yeah, I believe they're a little bit undervalued because these things were, around a floor of 2 long before Alpha Art was even a thing, long before, the royalty idea was even a thing. So in general, just for creating Alpha Art, I think they should definitely be a little bit higher up there, but it is really hard to tell. In the end, this was just a grave miscalculation. That's what someone says here on Twitter. As a Biggie holder since day one, I want to clarify to outsiders there was no rug nor bad intentions from the start, just things getting out of hands and our devs not wanting to take risks with legal issues. Clearly some mistakes in communication, but he's not letting us down. And then someone responds here a little doubtful, saying, sure, they had all the time in the world to cancel revenue share prior to their marketplace opening, but they did it conveniently after the hype of opening their marketplace. And again, I don't particularly agree with that. Like I said, I do believe that, most of these NFT people probably don't have the legal knowledge of, what the SEC requires, for assets and whatnot. I don't think the average NFT creator has that store of knowledge, and I definitely do believe that is an error that could be made. Because when it comes down to it, it sounds great, doesn't it? It sounds amazing that you could just, send your holders a check, hey, here's $100 for holding on to my NFT. That sounds like a dream come true. And I do believe there are other ways in which holders can be rewarded, but it doesn't seem that, a direct airdrop, royalty from holding this NFT is going to be the solution. What I've heard some people do is the idea of sweeping the floor with funds acquired from sales. So D-Gods, these guys are pretty popular. They basically created the paper hands bitch tax is their sort of patent idea here. And what they came up with is that every time you sell below what you bought it for, you'll be taxed 33.3%. People will still do it. You guys see people are still doing that now. But the idea here, I think, is that they're using a percentage of the sales to buy up this floor to essentially, get the floor higher over time with a percentage of the sales and the royalties that they get. So, again, there are ideas out there. There are ways around this, but, it's definitely something, guys, that I felt like sharing that was upsetting me, and I thought, you know what, maybe some people on YouTube would enjoy listening to me ramble about, because honestly, I wish I would have just sold one of them, and I think a lot of people could probably agree with that. You know, these NFTs are volatile, man, and stay safe out there. Please do. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you guys want to break down my blunder in the comments, you guys can let me know. You know, let me know what you guys think I did wrong, or, you know, what you would have done differently, or maybe you would have made the same mistake as me, you know, and sat here going, oh my God, these will be the next Thugbirds, you know, or the next Solana monkey business, you know, or Bored Ape, you know, that was the way I was thinking. You know, maybe you guys will agree with that in the comments as well. Who knows? I'm curious to see what you guys have to say. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out Webull. Link down below in the description. My name is Matt. See you guys on the next one. Peace.